of Clique Joint Ventures Kenya. I want to discuss with you due diligence in joint venture, and I'm hoping that this will help us. Now, when you get a partner and you want to get into a joint venture arrangement, there are certain things that you need to take care of under due diligence. And what is due diligence for mere formality? Due diligence is a process of verifying the authenticity of documents and titles and ownership of assets. So when somebody is, you're coming into a business or joint venture with someone and they are bringing in land, you must verify whether they are the true owners of the land. If you want to do a joint venture with someone or a business, you want to scrutinize the business books, check the books, check their contracts, check the agreements, check their marketing strategies, so that you're able to understand well the business. And so I want to look at the issues to deal with during joint venture due diligence. And I want to look at three things. I want to look at financial due diligence, and when you talk about financial due diligence, we are saying you need to look at the balance sheet. The balance sheet, you need to look at the income statement. Income statement, you need to look at the cash flow statement. Now you want to verify, in your balance sheet, you want to verify what are the assets that this business that you want to get into a joint venture with are reflected in their books. What are the fixed assets that are there? What are the liability status? Okay? And then you have to check those liabilities, how did they come into existence? The fixed assets, the assets that are there, when were they acquired? What are the terms of the acquisition? Are there terms that were attached to the acquisition of those assets? In the income statement, you have to look at the sales. How much has been realized as sales in the past 1 year? What has been the trend of sales in this business for, say, a few years? What has been the purchases like? What is their stock level? Okay? What has been the rate of return for this business? You have to look at that. In the cash flow statement, you have to look at, does this business have money? Alright? How much is in the bank? Where did those monies come from? Which payments were made? Why were they made? Were the procedures right in making them? You have to look at the whole financial elements of that business that you want to do a joint venture with, so that you understand their financial strength, the asset base, the sales, their marketing approach, and all that. Secondly, when you're doing due diligence, you want to look at you want to do the legal and also tax due diligence. Alright. Now, under legal, you want to look at the leases. The leases. How many leases are currently active in the name of the business? Alright? You want to look at the purchase agreements. You want to look at the purchase agreements. You want to look at the distribution agreements. You want to look at the distribution agreements. Alright? You want to look at any contracts, sales contracts. Sales contracts. Are there some sales contracts that are currently existing? Are there some distribution agreements that are in place? If so, will the joint venture interfere with them? Alright? You have to understand the purchase agreements. What are the current purchase agreements that are existing? If you do a joint venture with that business, or if you do a joint venture with this business, will these purchase agreements be affected? How about leases? Alright? Which leases are currently active? When are they expiring? What are the terms of those leases? Will the joint venture arrangement interfere or cause some of these leases to be renegotiated again? Alright? And you have to look at tax. You have to look at tax in the sense that, is this business or this person that you want to do a joint venture with, they have been paying their taxes promptly, they don't have any tax case, or if there's a tax case, how did it originate, what is the progress of that tax case, and so on. You want to understand that. And the other element of due diligence is what is called operational due diligence. Operational due diligence. Alright. So basically, when you look at the operations, you want to look at the business in terms of how that business is conducting its affairs. Who are the managers? How do they come up with the business plan? Is there a marketing plan? Have they been achieving their marketing plan? How is the customers responding to their services? How many customers have they been acquiring over time? Is there a general decline in their customer base or market share over time? What is driving that market share reduction or increase? You have to look at their activities in terms of the sales team, in terms of how they have been doing their sales, in terms of stock, how do they keep stock. You want to verify whether the stocks that were in the books are actually stored. What are the policies around the operations, meetings, recruitment, employees, all aspects of operations or business you need to look at, so that before you agree to get into a joint venture with a party or a business, you will have understood their financial status by looking at balance sheet, income statement, cash flow. You'll have looked at the legal issues that may affect your joint venture. You've reviewed all the leases, purchase agreements, distribution channels. You've reviewed their sales contracts. And finally, you've also reviewed the operations in terms of how is the operation of the business been like? How has it been affecting the success of the business, and how will that change should you get into a joint venture? So these are some of the things that you need to look at. I'm hoping that this will help you conduct your due diligence. I'm hoping that this has informed you well. Call us or email us, and remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to share our video, and get in touch with us so that we get your feedback. Thank you so much.